She said a lot.
Come on, Pride.
In my 5-year relationship,
Come on, Pride.
she left. I knew I loved her, but I was too high on pleasure. There are a couple of times I tried to stop, but I ended back where I started.
Back cheating. Right. Now just
to clarify, exactly what we're talking about.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you into big boom? Keep telling people you have anxiety issues. It's a lie. You are just wicked and mad.
Look, you've done BBL and we're all happy for you. Carry your new bum and go outside.
This is the podcast for you.
I'm not poor.
Are you sure? It's because they are vaping. Now everybody's marrying on time.
At your big age.
Wait now.
Do you know that I don't have clean pants to wear tomorrow?
I said what I said. The Unsolicited Opinions podcast starts now.
Please, this is a public place.
Hi, my name is Funmbi Ogunbanwo and I am a producer and the CEO of Fatherland Productions.
I'm Wale Davies. I'm many things. But in the context of this, I'm the writer of My Father's Shadow, an amazing new film that's coming out. And we came right here to I Said What I Said to give you guys a scoop.
We spoke about love. We spoke about relationships. We gave some nice advice.
Pride.
We spoke about pride. We spoke about villainic departure. You understand?
But ultimately, our film centers on like fatherhood, nationhood, and we're super excited for everyone to go watch it. It's Friday, September 19th. It's coming to cinemas nationwide. So please grab a ticket and popcorn. We are going to dance on TikTok as well. Jola is giving free tickets.
Oh, God.
FK is showing up as a baddie. So
Yeah.
Be there. Enjoy.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello all. KLM. I'm on water.
You started.
I'm on the water.
I'm on the water. Just first of all, that's one of them. Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh my God. There's one guy that, I won't say the bank, they held his money and then he went on a boat and they started shouting, I'm on the water.
They shouldn't let
They shouldn't let cross them because marine spirits will pick it up. Nigerians are so knocked. Because of the purpose of the man being on that boat.
Yeah.
And he kept repeating it.
He kept screaming that I'm on the water. Don't let this cross you.
That's crazy.
No, but you know what's so funny?
Water.
It could have worked.
I think
No, he did.
so.
No, he did.
Exactly.
He did.
The funny thing is, they could have after the video, and I think also how popular the video was.
Like, they gave him money.
They called him.
I'm sure someone in the back was just like,
that's an idea. That's a genius idea. Actually.
No, but it worked. It's so funny. There's a TikTok of this guy that goes around like basically harassing elderly Africans. So he'll just carry like sage and he starts saying rubbish. If you see the panic.
Of course.
If you see the panic, they start so one woman started speaking in tongues immediately. Like, hey, let's go ban for ban, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's elder abuse, but that's what he's doing. Because it's so funny, because they don't know him, but he just comes like he's here to curse them or something. And he just starts like saying rubbish and pouring powder. So that he will blow powder.
Like, someone in the office was just like, you guys, just in case,
please call this guy.
It's why people going into the bank and taking off their clothes works every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every single time.
Because you just think... This is how you know that we're all indifferent. I promise you, it is a normal tactic to get your money back in a bank.
But have you seen this in real life?
No,
okay,
but for you to say that... No, but I've seen like actual videos of people.
I've also seen
movies,
videos.
Like actual people, someone recording.
Yeah,
where
I've seen videos as
your
well.
last thing is to say you're running mad and you're removing your clothes in the middle of
and
the
it's worked
banking.
every time.
Every time.
They always get what they want.
But even screaming.
Yeah, for sure.
Once you start yelling, once you get in and you start yelling, somebody will answer you.
Yeah.
My friend did it last week. He said he had been talking normally.
And then it just, but that's Nigeria. I don't even think it's just the banks.
Yeah.
The banks are peculiar.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of frustration.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's where your money is held.
Exactly.
That's true for sure.
And everybody's issue, by the time you get to the bank, it's urgent.
Yeah.
So they're used to everybody coming to tell them something is urgent. But once you get there, you actually start like yelling, a manager will come out and so sorry, please follow me.
Yeah.
But I got back to Lagos last night and according to my AirTags, my things are not here.
Both?
Your luggage
They are
is
water.
elsewhere.
Oh, when we flew, I flew on KLM on this trip as well, and one of my bags was left in Amsterdam.
Oh, wow.
So that was really
Has it come No.
No, it was on mine was on our going leg.
Oh, wow.
I was wise. I then took Air France back. I said once bitten.
Did you get delayed by
It's, of course, normal.
Like,
Those
it
ones
was
are crazy.
so-
If they don't delay a flight, they've not started.
Like,
They don't
It was
do
so annoying. And the thing is, the way the staff. So this is the thing about dealing with the Nigerian arm of anything.
Mm.
Okay, my dad always says this thing: everything is international till you get here. Like there's a way they do things till you get here. So and it was lots of people. So what I think happened was there was a whole, I don't know, like a barge of suitcases that they left.
Mm.
So we were many, we were like 40 or something.
Mm.
And the guy was like, "Sure, you come back tomorrow." I know normally they give you like a number so you can check online.
Yeah.
The guy said, "We'll text you."
Wow.
And it was
Expected
late.
text.
It was late, so I was already tired.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the guy, and he was looking at me. One lady came, she was shouting. She was from day before yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And they said she should come today.
Yeah.
The man said, "Well, sorry, ma, we'll attend to you shortly." Now the thing is, she was now muttering to herself, "I know my bags are not here." Because you know that thing of like, if my bags were here,
Yeah.
I would have them.
Yeah.
So you guys are wasting time to tell me sorry. She was so upset. She was so mad. And then you could see them like trying to figure out, okay, who gonna deal with her?
Tell her.
I was just like, Nigerians. And one elderly man was like, he doesn't live in Lagos. He's going to another state. What of his
no,
bags?
bless him.
Oh, you people are saying, oh no, the staff said, obviously very used to this. So sorry, sir. We'll call you. But just
We'll call you
like,
the bad one.
we'll call you, Papa. We'll call you. And then they were like, and this is how you know they are knocked. Because when we went to Rome, my suitcases didn't come.
Yeah.
And so they're supposed to deliver.
So
Yeah.
on this same trip,
You know, they were different.
No,
Okay.
we've been through a lot. However, I want you to know that we got to London, we went on the same plane and they didn't deliver one bag. And then my sister told me that KLM, if you can show them that because that bag was missing, you had to buy XY
Extra thing, yeah.
without ASOS saw me. Yes, I said I don't have any clothes.
did they pay you back?
No, my claim is in process, but like,
Okay.
my sister went to buy earrings, which is obviously not. I was like, why would they pay? They paid her back. She went to Selfridges and bought earrings, and I thought, if I lost my luggage, why would it be the earrings? I'm sure the person receiving the claim just thought, you guys should try your best.
Oh,
Buy
God.
towel or something. Let's even know that you're not taking the piss. But that's how I knew. So I bought everything and I claimed it. And, it looks like it might go through. Honestly, that would be really crazy because I didn't need any of those things.
Is that what you should be saying now? You needed it desperately.
No, by the time this...
I needed it. Please scratch that. Do scratch that. But yeah, so that's what I found. On top of that, they broke the handle of the suitcase.
Oh,
I said, what you guys don't know is this is an heirloom suitcase. Yes, my great grandmother passed it down. It's a shock that this company just started because I received this once I was born. And so it's actually priceless in value. Forget that you think it's £60 online. No, to me, you can't replace it. You can't replace it.
Yeah.
I wrote, and I'm not joking, I wrote all sorts of rubbish there when they asked about the price.
They're
of the
so
suitcase.
annoying.
I said, the thing is, I can't even estimate.
You know, I can solve this thing.
Oh, yeah.
How?
So KLM,
Come on now.
Show them camp. We do shows internationally.
Is this guy
okay?
And for good PR, you need to fund and sponsor some of our shows. We
Come
take
on.
artists to different countries in Europe and America and Air France if you're down as well, okay, so that you don't get added. Hala guys. You
Do you know my challenge with what he just said? We're not even involved.
Literally, I was just thinking.
And I said what I said. I also global. You understand?
I'm just
you
happy
need to
to say,
fly the
oh guys, I'm
overseas.
so sorry.
will also be there.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Fatherland.
I'm so sorry. Girl, you now remember, he has a whole company.
I can't believe. No, what just happened is that
screaming.
he was like, right, forget about these people.
Let me speak to
As for me, wow.
Everybody has their priorities. Because even my mom, when I was telling her, she said, imagine if you had bought that meat I wanted you to buy. That's mommy. I said, all those things for M&S. Mommy. Everybody has their issue. And my dad likes polo mint, so he always asks me to get him. I said, Daddy's mint. I said, sis, all my skincare. all my things, all my clothes, all my shoes.
Wow.
Your husband's 65 people polo means is not what. It's not what. Everybody has their priorities. So care and feel they'll still lose your things, but
that's actually
no mic, no nothing.
No, it's bad.
Oh my God.
But that's what I got up to this weekend. Mrs. Suitcase.
Lovely.
I said goodbye to English weather. I was very happy to see. This is the first time I was really happy to see the back of England.
Yeah, I think because we went earlier and the weather was
gorgeous.
London in the sun is actually just
so nice.
Yeah, it's really
That's
nice.
beautiful.
It really is. And everyone is happier.
Everyone is happy.
Everybody says hi to you.
Like even on the
you get free
tube,
stuff.
people are just like, hey, you know. Once you see one side where that changes, everybody
That's
just
when they
like
started this protest.
So that was
do you know that tube strike was one of the worst things I've ever experienced.
Nasty.
I was just like, oh my God, this city cannot function.
Yeah.
No, but you know, if the Elizabeth line didn't exist, so it was built with a concession. So that's why. So the company that basically helped the government build it owns it for now. And that's why the staff didn't. Right?
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's in essence like
that
still
makes
kind of
sense.
At the bus
private.
stop, there were
if
like
not.
60 people.
Is the company funded by China?
Excuse me, please.
Again, we're very British.
We're
God
very
save the
British.
Queen, please.
She's there.
No, I don't follow this. Whoever is there now, I'm not interested in it. Up Diana, up Queen, please. Forget anything that's happening.
We're talking about the two people that have died.
Forget anything that's happening there now. I'm actually not interested in it at all. Up Queen, please. For me, my passport still says God save the Queen. And I move with that.
Right.
Once they change it, then
Then
but
we
for
move with
now,
that.
as a
Please
citizen,
do.
I'm on Queen. So, but honestly, it was so crazy but what I now realize is, being Nigerian is not good because I got to my bus stop, and then there were like 50 people. And British people are just so like, I don't know, there's a weird way they're rude, but they're also polite. And people just sorry. And so I just figured that the thing is, if I just say, I'm actually so sorry, I really must be on the bus, I'll just go to the front. And I kept doing that and I was like, what is wrong with you people? Why is nobody saying anything? Honestly, it was me and the other black girl. She just came, she just stood in front. She was like, I'm so sorry. But and I just kept thinking, why are the rest of you who have been here
Just looking.
There was
just
one babe
not
that was
saying
behind me
anything.
complaining that this is the third bus that's full. And I thought, and you are standing here. I said, this is the problem. This is why they are on strike. Because look at what's going on in this place. Me now, I came from my house. I thought, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I moved to the front. Once the bus came, immediately I was into the bus. As the bus came, I just said, sorry, excuse me. Like, as in they should move, as if all of us were not going.
Yeah.
And I was
bus.
like, I can't believe I'm getting away with this shit.
Wow.
But I kept doing it and I was like, wow, you people, that thing can never work in
But
Nigeria.
what you describe is actually Nigeria.
Yes. Yeah.
Because everybody is you.
Yeah.
And
So I now realize that, okay, this is actually the national person. Because if everyone did this, then obviously how will any of us?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I started
Absolutely.
to kind of feel bad. But the truth is, once you
you
see
felt
one...
bad on the bus. When
Yeah,
you
of course. But once you
She's done
see
it the second time.
one bus go by and you're not on it,
Yeah.
I can't like that. Like after a while, I'm like, I'm actually there's nothing like this.
Yeah.
There's nothing like this anymore. On the bus, I was seeing, normally the seats, everything, or people who are elderly. They were not moving for them. The old man came on the bus. Everybody just looked at him. Papa. Everybody just looked, big Papa. So sorry, I dare you stand. I said, you guys, you actually have to move for this man.
They don't.
He had like one of those things and they were just looking
So he can
like,
rest.
bro,
So he can lean on
for
it.
me to move out of this place for you to get to the disabled seat off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the bounce is here with something fresh, beautiful, and hot for you from Chowdeck.
Chowdeck.
This is the Order to Win campaign. Faye, can you tell them what it's about?
I will do just that. Now, every time you order, you have the chance to win many, many, many things. You can win phones. You can win wigs. You can win TVs. You can win PS5. Plural. Many, many, many. Not just one of it.
This order is open to customers in all their cities. That's Lagos, Ibadan, Benin, Enugu, Abeokuta, Ilorin, and Abuja.
Yes. Now, all you need to do is, if you don't have Chowdeck, new users, download the Chowdeck app right now. And if you put in the code ISWIS when you order, you'll get 500 naira off your first order. To participate, if you're an existing user, please update your app and then be ordering and be winning.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's all you need to do.
That's what it is.
You see, what we do, we bring you
Every time.
encouraging,
so please go off,
nutritious,
and do well as
delicious.
the other. As you're winning, remember who brought this to you.
Important.
Bye.
Bye.
So Papa had to be at the front of the bus. And I just kept thinking, no, this country is finished. This country is in absolute dismay. Yeah. No, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, London in this, once that song finishes, there's nothing happening again. You must exit.
It's so, and it's so grumpy, so grey.
So grey.
It was so great. The rain beats me. I said, yeah. Going back. I'm going back home. It was just ugly. It wasn't nice at all. Sunday introduced fall in a nasty way. And it's going to be very cold this summer. It's going to be really, really cold.
Yeah.
Because the way the weather dropped, I was like, my friend was like, I can't believe it. I said, believe it.
Anyway, I will just see another time. We went for my mommy's birthday, but we'll come back to it. Don't worry.
I saw pictures.
Yes, it was lovely. Someone was like, so how many times did you change for this wedding? I said, wedding? I said, no. They were like, because she changed so many times. They thought she was
your mom changed 4 times,
I said, that's just her personality. I said, no, not marrying. This is just her birthday. It's just the same as everybody. They were like, okay. I said, yes, don't worry about it. It's difficult to explain.
What did you guys do this weekend? Did you do anything fun?
No. I slept on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That was so nice. I've not taken a nap in a long time. And then I was working on the release of our film.
Yeah.
This week. So yeah, it was a mixed weekend. People were trying to drag me out on Friday, but I was just like, nah.
You have to go.
I know, I try, but I think, I don't know. I think that season of going out,
God forbid,
every weekend. I passed it on to my sister.
Every weekend,
I passed it on to my sister. So
every weekend, no, but once
who's liar. Okay, fair.
Yeah, she's out.
I thought you meant that.
She's out.
Depending on who you mean.
I said it's who you mean.
This could be wrong.
Because Puto is not going nowhere. Anything that's not mental health.
Exactly. If you
forget about it.
In a club. No, but it was a very mixed weekend. But working on the film has been intense. I cannot even lie. Let me not even lie. When people are dancing on TikTok to promote their film, I understand it. Let me eat humble pie right now.
Abi.
Bro,
do you think you get it when you are Wale and do a routine? No, I can't.
You just see the 2 of them doing I think that would be the funniest thing I would have ever seen.
Listen, I'll get Wale to break dance.
Because do you know the thing? It always happens. And I'm just I don't know how almost everybody ends up dancing at some point. And I'm like, you guys, what's always happening in this?
But what is it? I think it's about audience engagement. You know what I mean? Also, but the audience has changed so much.
Yeah.
So it's what thread are you going to use to bring them to see your film?
I don't know. Because even, why are you laughing? We were on the verge of dancing to sell tickets. What are you talking
about? We not? We were doing skits. There was one time we were beating Debbie. No, seriously. We've done all sorts of things. It's really bad.
But did they help sell tickets?
The thing about promotion is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, promoting anything. Yeah. Honestly, it's just highly embarrassing. And I feel you even when you look at the Hollywood pressures, I'm some of these things you people are doing in these interviews, between you and me,
no, but I think
you're feeling somehow.
Okay, I was going to say something.
Say it.
So I think that I was watching the Hollywood press run for Highest to Lowest.
Yeah.
And then I watched the film and I preferred the press run.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
Apparently the film is terrible, but the press run, there's so much to watch.
Yeah, as in it's great. They're bantering, they're joking.
Denzel steals ASAP's watch. There's so many things going on. It's really fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow.
Sorry.
But the point is you bought the ticket, you went there.
You went there.
I wanted an Apple.
Whether you like
and
the press run was what made you buy the ticket.
Exactly.
So it worked. That's what I mean.
Shout out
to people in press doing great jobs.
So we're dancing today.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I'm done.
Okay. Thank God Sade is here. Sade.
No, but it's true. It's so hard to move. And you went particularly with film. You've worked on it for so long.
Yeah.
You worked on it for so long. There's so much effort, so much money in it. It's like, we must make it back.
You must make it back.
Everybody.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I think because of the way, like, I guess press runs are a bit different here because I feel like there are not as many opportunities for that kind of interview. Because I mean, these Hollywood ones, they're like 30 interviews. Like they're just sitting and and I don't think we have the same thing here.
No, we haven't built that
They might not have to dance because they're playing games and like doing all these other things.
Yeah.
But here it's just like, whoa.
And there are different ways to reach different
they're like
audiences.
just centering. Like it's actually for the best.
Yeah.
That you just start dancing for.
You know
I
what's
agree.
great? I have to say here.
Funke.
Okay. One.
She's great.
But I think Kemi Adetiba.
She's
Great at selling her films.
Yeah.
Because before I even watch it, like the anticipation she like squeezes out of you until the film comes
I think
out.
I think they had like To Kill a Monkey had a really, really good.
Yeah, but I think it's also because she understands, and now everything is so different. So it's, where is your film going? Because that determines like the audience.
Yeah.
If you are doing a cinema, you will dance.
Mm-hmm.
Cinema, you will dance. Don't worry. You will surely dance.
It's
you
true.
must
It's
dance.
true.
Yes,
And then
because
Netflix is like
of who the
eyeballs,
audience is. But your Netflix audience is primarily digital differently. And they're primed to watch your stuff differently.
Yeah.
What the medium is doing to promote the film also helps.
Yeah.
So you think about how you're going to tell the story differently.
Okay, come on, marketing.
Well, but if you're trying to talk to people who have to physically get up
and go somewhere.
and go somewhere,
Yeah.
they have to have like a different type of connection. So it's just really, really,
Like it's
really
crazy
hard.
because I was thinking about it the other day that in Nigeria, almost every actor in the film has to do a cinema show. That's wild though.
Yes.
Because I'm like, imagine like Meryl Streep being in Odeon. Do you know what I mean? Because the film is coming out, then they send Brad Pitt to Leicester Square.
Well, do you see? Like they have their own versions of that.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily going to the theater to watch the film with like an audience, but it's like they have to go to all the major festivals and then they have to fly there and then they have to like do press there and then they have to answer questions in different languages, blah, blah, blah. So they have an equivalent of that. Like,
do you know whose press run I'm enjoying? It's not film, but I think it's because I just enjoy her a lot. Cardi. Just as a person, I enjoy her.
I know
so
this
much.
wasn't a press run,
Yeah.
but the court case.
I have time for
It wasn't a press run to you.
It wasn't a press run.
No, but it's time.
That court.
Is whoever
It's so
her publicist
perfectly.
is, that court case thing was
Oh, it was
time
so
for the-
perfectly.
Anything she released at that point,
Yeah.
I would have been
so
there. because
perfectly.
I was like, this is a phenomenal individual.
Yeah.
No,
Just
she
look at
is.
this girl.
But Cardi is highly likable. Can't you remember when
She's
she came to
very-
Nigeria?
Yeah.
Even my mom was like, "Hey, Cardi B, I said, Emma," because she's so she's such she has a you have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
I guess
you do.
with her, so
You
there's
do.
a lot. But Pelede,
Yeah.
thank you. But in case you guys are wondering, we're just thinking because we know them. But Wale Davies and Funmbi Ogunbanwo of Fatherland are here to talk about their fantastic new film, My Father's Shadow.
Yes.
They are friends of the house. Wale, we've dragged you here before, haven't we? Yeah. We've dragged you here before.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're also begging KLM to release my things.
Also pay my
You know what I
claim.
mean?
There's
Pay
just
my
a lot
claim.
going on.
There's
There's so many
we need
things
to
I
actually
needed
on
to
that
get
KLM.
because of your
We need to
situation.
get on
So
that
like we
for the whole
we should
team.
just have like a call.
I think so. I think we need
You
like
know what I
a group
mean?
call, like a
I
Zoom
think we
call.
just have a call and just a
The
table.
fantastic people behind the scenes. And I said what I said. You need to fly all of them out to France, Amsterdam.
agree. I think we
Hi guys, we're talking about making money moves today, and here's how you can make some of those moves with Miss Anne.
Yes, whether you want to pay a vendor abroad, you want to send money to your family, you want to pay for your subscriptions, you want to send me money, you can do all on Miss Anne.
And they are celebrating us. So
Yes.
they just launched a really massive giveaway for I Said What I Said listeners, and it's called Mic Drop Money. They are giving a total of 5,000 Canadian dollars.
And the grand prize is $4,000. And all you have to do is use the Miss Anne app and you can just win $4,000 because of I Said What I Said. Oof.
So all you need to do is download the Miss Anne app and then send at least 50 Canadian dollars or top up your Miss Anne USD card with $50 US or more to qualify. It's time to get the big.
Run, don't walk, boys and girls. Download Missant and start using it today. So this week, 2 people are going to win $250 each. Just need to have like
agree.
a round table.
And we're coming. The film is coming to, Amsterdam.
Very good.
Really?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh, congratulations.
We've been sold in a few territories already.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thanks, guys.
That's so cool.
Okay.
Before we get into talking about the film, Wale, you've been here before, so you know this. We do dilemmas.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There was a guy. Okay, I came from the hospital. So when you guys say next time that we don't put that much effort into this, I want you to know that technically I'm on bed rest. I know you're seeing me here, and this is obviously not bed, but I came from a gown. I was wearing a purple gown. Okay. Anyway, the guy that was at the front desk said that I should shout him out. So Dio, shout out to you.
Shout out Dio.
Shout out Dio. Can I also say as well that like from the last time I came, so many women mostly come to me. Oh my God, I saw your episode of I Said What I Said. I didn't really like. So and then I think I mentioned on that last one I was looking for like a PA or an assistant.
Yeah.
The amount of people that are like, yeah, like I'm the person you've been looking for. I swear to God.
Oh my God, let me put that. Guys, we're looking for like a content, like social media person. And we actually are.
Message her, please,
so message me.
Message Fatherland, not you.
Or message Fatherland.
Message Fatherland. We are Fatherland.
Please.
Thank you so much. Like we're looking
yeah, so
for.
good to message us to tell
We
them
also
to
need
stop.
an operations person. Thank you so much.
No, if you're being serious,
Yeah, no,
I'm being
trust me.
dead.
They will apply.
I'm looking straight at the camera. We need you.
What kind of, how many years experience?
So for the socials, I would take someone like, like 2 to 3 or something. Then for operations, now you need to be senior, like at least 5 years. Experience. Lagos based. Needs to be a Lagos based person. If you're just kind of coming back, no problem. Like we can
just go back.
Work with that.
We can work with that.
Just go back money.
Just to emphasize that.
Naira.
But genuinely, for sure, please. Like, so socials and operations. Holler.
You're not going to believe what's about to happen.
You know what's so crazy?
I'm ready.
It was on like the most random places. Like I'll be in a bar and someone's like, hi. And I'm like, I'm the person you're looking for. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I said what I said. And I'm okay.
It's so funny the things like people remember and pick up on. Because I would never do that. I would never walk up to the person like outside and be like, by the way, I'm here for the job.
I've done something similar.
Really?
I didn't walk up to the person though. So I went to the office and I dropped off my CV and a cover letter, and the heading of the cover letter was like, I'm your next employee. Literally. And they called me. They were like, oh, we actually have an opening. I was like, great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I got the job.
Some people are going together and say, I too.
Don't come to the office, Sha.
You guys, please.
But I like that kind of energy sometimes. It's like, exactly.
I think when you do it right, it works because it's just like the person is good and also bold. Like if you're only bold and then
don't do that.
It's why I don't believe in that thing where people say you get away with a lot at your job if you are incompetent but likable. What it is that a lot of people are not that competent and not that likable. And so they're just kind of in the office like, meh. So they think it's because other people are really likable. A lot of likable people are actually competent. It's just that you expect them to be a lot more. But a lot of people don't realize how mid they are personality and work-wise. So the office kind of sees you as, it doesn't really matter if you're here or you're not. But a lot of people are a lot more competent than they seem. They're just fun to be around. It's one of those things that makes me laugh a lot. I'm like, trust me, nobody is paying salary somebody that is just likable.
I agree.
I guarantee you. Not in this economy.
I agree.
But for me, I'm new here. So we have people that have problems.
Okay.
All sorts of
I like this kind of stuff.
So you guys are going to help us try and solve some dilemmas. Fakemi, do you have one that you want to start with?
Not sure. You guys, love you, but honestly, the essays
is long.
I mean, this 7-part story. this is already the film.
Can we? I was going to say,
like what? A lot of times I'm like, you need to apply to Fatherland because this thing.
Don't encourage me.
I'm like, because what you've written here is actually a series.
Before we finish, please, you people, I'm using God to beg you, stop pitching us ideas. Hey!
Yes, it's
You
very
know-
dangerous.
All this one that will just open, I have an idea for you. We don't want.
Please.
We have things we want to do.
No, because very soon.
No, because
you would have done something you were already planning. Next thing someone will say that you stole.
that you stole.
So my
What
idea.
was the idea? T-shirt for merch. Hey, please.
I see what you're
And
saying.
the way they say it, I'm like, okay, so what you said is what?
And then at the end, you now see copyrighted. Hey. So please, guys, stop like just randomly,
Pitching, yeah.
creatively, like just pitching stuff. It's actually, I think Kemi Adesiba to have to beg people that please don't send me
your story.
your story.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how to do it.
Because also it's really dangerous. You're right, because there's nothing that's really new
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking it, I'm also thinking it.
Yeah, so please, I'm
Yeah.
actually being serious, guys.
thank
like,
you.
we love working with people, but don't just come and pitch, and don't do that as well. Just in general, if you're a creative person,
Don't
please
be
stop doing
sending
that.
out
Don't
your
be sending
stuff
out your
because
stuff
when
like
somebody
that.
also, I don't know, there's a thing with idea. I always say that ideas have a spirit where most of the time you're not actually the only person who
Absolutely,
is thinking
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
And it's always awkward because it's always at the same time.
Yeah.
So you just need to be doing your own.
Yeah.
Just
Needs to be
say
on your own, Jace.
like if there's a call for it, someone is saying, "Oh, submit stories that we want to do." Fine, but like I'm actually begging you. This thing is getting really. There's so many ideas in my DMs that I'm just afraid. I'm like, hey God, please. I don't. We just. It's good.
Are they pitching the ideas for you to do?
Yes,
Oh,
but I'm like the problem
To
is
do with
that-
them.
To do like
Okay, right,
in
got you.
partnership with
With
them. I'm
them.
like, okay, but if we tell you now that we've already started doing this thing, it will now
you
be
think
somehow.
it'll be a
Yeah.
problem.
Because I
Fair.
opened this message, next thing you know,
You're
you
like,
just seen that your
ticks.
fave.
yeah,
Two
that oh, they
ticks.
stole
So
it.
I'm just like, please, let's
I have one where a guy is feeling very sorry for himself. He calls himself pride.
Well, I have
Okay.
one that is a topic that honestly, again, I was discussing in the hospital.
No, let me read Pride first,
Please
and
go
then you can
ahead.
feel free. Pride said, "This guy is so dramatic. Do dark people get broken hearts too?"
Oh God,
Mm.
honestly,
I don't understand.
Dark
She said a
complexion.
lot.
Come on, Pride.
In my 5-year relationship,
Come on, Pride.
she left.
Mm.
I knew I loved her, but I was too high on pleasure.
Mm.
There are a couple of times I tried to stop, but I ended back where I started.
Mm. Back cheating.
So,
Right. And I'm just trying
Sorry,
to follow.
just to
I'm
clarify,
just following
like
the story, right,
exactly what we're talking about. Yeah.
so I know I'm the villain.
Mm.
She's gone now,
Mm.
and the villainic nature has disappeared.
All of a sudden,
Since
all of
February-
a sudden, I'm screaming.
Since February, I've not been myself.
Mm.
I feel so broken. I see her in everything.
Mm.
I've tried other relationships, but they only soften the pain like 15%.
Mm.
the specificity.
I'm actually so sorry, but just imagine like someone being like, "Oh, so how was your relationship with her? She only softened the pain." Are you crazy?
I've tried God, and all he does is give me dreams about her.
Hey, wow.
Not Jesus.
My heart is broken, and yet I was the villain. So why?
Mm.
Why do I feel this way?
Mm.
Me? I shit, you know, that's what you written. Me? Like me? Oh.
Mm.
That's the end.
Wait, there's a lot to unpack first. Let's start with when you said dark people.
deluded.
I actually thought he was talking about complexion.
Me
I
too.
didn't know that he meant,
Like villainic.
like, yeah, I didn't know.
I think his soul is dark.
Dark,
Right, and he suffers heartbreak.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
So he cheated on his babe
Yeah,
like 5
and
or 6
now-
times.
multiple
Yes.
times.
For 5 years,
A lot.
multiple
And
times.
his own, you know what makes me laugh about things like this? Because I have one or two friends who have been, you know, what people don't realize is that you do anyhow, you usually see anyhow.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So, especially men, it's always a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when the villainic nature is departed.
I tell you,
And
once
once
that
the
villainic nature just goes away.
Yeah.
Because there is a
Oh
thing
my
about
God.
self-reflection. And
Yeah.
I'm always like, what? I don't understand. You know, so one of my friends was going through, literally, he would turn off all his lines.
Mm.
Then he'll send like a picture, a video. And then he'll be like, he's just, you know, the lights are too bright. And I'm like, oh boy, this is run of the mill heartbreak. What's this idea?
This is regular
They're just like,
breakfast.
Kina says, oh, is this what you guys go through? If you see the way the whole group chat is all there.
Not you guys.
Is this for you guys? Go. And I thought, first of all, you are a fool. Because the entire cause of the end of this relationship is you. I said, why is your light off? Put on be seen clearly. Okay, open your eye and see. I was like, what the hell are you doing? You've turned on your blinds. You know, he was like, it's 2 PM. He's drinking. I thought, honestly, this is highly irritating. Buy Häagen-Dazs. He's like crying. Like, let's keep it moving. This is, I was like, what's happening to you?
Dear.
Is what you're doing
It's pretty
is
regular.
irritating. It's actually normal.
Yeah.
It's really
What was
normal.
actually crazy about Pride is that once the villainic nature left, right, and he felt the heartbreak and he turned to God, he still dated other babes.
And they only numbed the pain.
15%. So,
Yes, no.
like, I'm questioning his level of heartbreak at this point.
What you're saying is the villainic nature. You feel
Yeah.
that maybe the departure was temporary.
Maybe it was
Yeah,
only
it
temporary.
was
Because
only-
now those other babes that he could only feel 15% are probably heartbroken too.
Exactly.
So he's still a villain.
No, but this is the cycle now. This is like those guys who now they're breaking everybody's heart because of their secondary school girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but in this case, he cheated on her multiple
No,
times.
that's
Still the story.
It's still the story. So that's
Right.
why I'm just like, it's so funny because this story is setting a way for us to feel bad
Yeah.
for the guy. And I put it to you
And
that
I think that, yeah.
I don't.
But that's my question. Like, what does he want? Because he just
He
seems
wants us to
shocked.
tell him sorry.
Yeah.
That he's going through a lot.
Because that's
Yes.
what it seems like. Because he seems a bit shocked that he can feel heartbreak.
I'm like, there's no,
And I'm
there's no
like-
question.
You were feeling pleasure. It's the same line, just on the opposite side. Pleasure and heartbreak is the same line, just one is on another spectrum. So it's literally, it's the same. It's like, bro, you too bad.
But I also think Pride, you could be a writer. Like,
Then Wale
you don't-
Funmbi.
man,
don't whine, don't whine.
Don't
whine
encourage him to not
No,
go apply.
but what I
I'm
will say is, this is how this is why all these babes were answering you. Is this rubbish that you were writing?
Yeah,
for
he told
them.
them I was dark and my
trust
villainic
me.
nature.
Trust me, this is the rubbish. I'm sure he has written one thing for one
Yeah.
babe now that
Yeah,
it's not
that's-
his fault, it's just his villainic nature.
Do you know
Yeah.
what you guys are doing?
Then the babe now telling her friends that it's just his
He's just
villainic
dark.
nature.
And can I just say, that babe that left, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
5 years was too much.
But yeah, it's a lot.
Oh my dear, you even did,
It's a lot.
you did the MBNG Masters.
It's a lot.
No, it was a lot. It was
Do you
really
understand?
It was
And
actually
this-
5 years was a lot.
This is just relationship.
And it's this poem.
Oh.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Do you know this reminds me of you guys are saying he can write? One of my favorite things was when China sat cut out in Is This Seat Taking? When she asked all these like musicians, young guys, like what's being with you? Like they all said it's
All of
like
them
a
said the
roller
same
coaster.
thing. I want to tell you one of the funniest ones because also this man actually reached out to me and he said that at least 2 people he has tried to date have referenced that. And you know the FK's ex that did, and he was like, if I can please stop telling this story. But I promise you this
One
is
more
last
time for
my
the
guy,
roller.
I said this is last time. This man post doing something very bad. Sat down outside in the rain. Now, when the people in my house asked him that, bro, how far are you catching pneumonia? He said he wants the pain in his body to match the pain he's feeling. Oh, inside.
Those are not buzz. That's actually weak.
No, but what I'm saying is, this is the
That's
same
weak.
variety
Yeah.
of
It's the same class.
villainic nature.
Yeah.
Because I was like, are you crazy?
Yeah, that's weak.
Why are you outside?
But what's the root cause of this issue?
Madness, my dear. He's madness.
No, he's actually.
He's
you know
wild.
what?
They are
You know,
not
you know
okay.
what it is? He's in shock.
So
He can't
he's-
believe
yeah,
the
I think
consequences
so.
of his actions.
And
have caught up.
yes, I think that's what it is. I
But
think he can't
We also
believe.
live in a country where, and I'm not saying that my guys may look at me crazy after saying, but we also live in a country where as men, like we don't really.
You don't
face
face
the
the consequences. So
consequences
it's
of our
new
action.
to you to face it. That
So-
makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like a baby that's. It's true. Like it's like a baby
That's so
that.
cute.
No, think about it. It's like a baby that like feels pain for the first time. They'll cry. But after a while, you realize that pain is a part of life. So you just keep it moving, babe.
You and Pride, you can follow yourself.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that. You know who we should reach out to. If he reaches out to her, I think they'll get along. They'll be very good friends. Because this poetry that they are just.
Don't try. Please reach out to my sister. She can help you.
Once you write all this poem, she's gonna be the one to help you out. And the people I feel the most sorry for in this situation is I've dated many people since then.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
And you know he's telling them that, you know, my heart was recently just broke.
Like those are the worst guys to date.
No, that is terrible.
A guy that has just come out of
heartbreak, I can never date him. Because what you see there, you can't believe it.
I agree with that.
You can't believe it. Once you've done healing,
someone told me that a guy she was on a date with, maybe like something happened, and also his mood changed. And she just like, oh, is everything okay? Say he just saw somebody that looks like his ex. She just carried her bag. She just carried her bag and left that place.
God, which around is that?
Is a lie.
How can you be so distraught that you saw somebody that looks like her now, whatever? She said she just carried her bag and left.
They wanted to make her 15%.
I'm telling you,
right.
She actually saw.
I agree.
And then his parents would have been really trying to make him feel better. Only to find out that their score 15 is not even past mark. It's really terrible.
15 is ridiculous.
No, that's you.
No,
it's not 25%. It's
you can't graduate.
You can't go to the next class.
It's ungraded.
It's down.
It's you.
But he still had enough energy to go for the next baby.
Yeah.
That's what I love about him.
I'll go for the next.
He's a trier.
He is.
I pity you.
Pride.
I think you should just be alone for some time.
And I hope you don't think that saying this in this place, maybe that girl will not hear it.
Because people use our podcast
to reach out to their lovers.
No, they send their girlfriend message all the time through this.
Because Pride is a unique name. It has really his name. So she'll definitely know his name.
What a clown.
She might recognize the rubbish.
Then let's talk to the girl. Don't go back.
Don't do this. Actually, this is part of what I want to say. And it is my thing about this. You know, do you guys believe in the one that got away?
That's me.
I do. I actually do.
So I don't believe in it.
Because I've been it for other people.
Except if it's me.
Yes, I do get away.
Once I go away, I'm always the one
I do
that got
get
away. I do get away, but once it's you, no. But me, I'm always the one that got away.
I do believe it. I believe.
For others.
As previously said, for the men that come and tell me, I'm like, yes, I know that for you, nothing like me again. For you, no. As you were away, it was very okay for me. And this is, so my problem is just...
Very okay for me. It's crazy.
No, very okay, actually. So there's a few that are like in the theme of the one that got away. I feel like this person used their real name, so I'm going to skip that.
Okay.
Or you can change the name.
Or change the name.
Okay, B. Says 3 chances, same heartbreak. Did I do the right thing?
These people are writing. What is going on?
When did we start doing these titles? And before people just used to write hi. Now, anyway, gorgeous FK Ajala Fair. That can work. I love the podcast. Your advice always spot on. I don't know if you're listening. Can you guys just adopt me as one of your sisters? Lol. Please, the one I have is so high maintenance. So here's my dilemma. My ex, my first love, and I dated back in med school for about a year. He broke up with me because I wasn't ready for sex, even though he had agreed to that at the start. 3 years later, when I was in the UK, he reached out again saying he wanted us to try. I gave it a chance, but once I got back to Lagos, he started pulling away and then he said he couldn't do long distance. 2 years after that, the same cycle repeated. He asked me back, but as soon as I left, he stopped communicating properly, gave excuses about being busy, and later claimed I was still holding on to the past. This year, he came again saying he was serious and would do long distance. I was really skeptical, but agreed. Still, once I returned to Lagos, proper communication reduced after 2 weeks. We had misunderstandings, and he said he felt pressured, like he had to double prove himself. Eventually, he suggested we just be friends and see where it naturally leads. Meanwhile, throughout all these years, he's been in different serious relationships with other women, even a long distance one. I finally cut it off because I felt like he was only keeping me as an option. Did I overreact or was walking away the right thing?
Everybody repeat after me, monitoring spirit. That is what that man is.
I just don't understand like what is happening here, because the thing that shocked me the most and everything she said is, in all this time, he still did another long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Can I just say it in very blunt guy terms?
Absolutely.
I don't want to be crude. He was not getting what he wanted initially.
Yeah.
He left. He came back in 3 years to check whether the situation has changed, and he was able to get what he wanted. He probably got what he wanted then and then said peace out again. and then came back in 3 years' time again to see how far. Like,
do you know what I think? Do you know when have you ever been an ego boost for a person?
Yeah.
Like, so no matter how bad they feel about themselves, nobody's answering them.
Yeah.
They know that you will give them attention.
Yeah.
A lot of people have that one person where they are like, if the way they measure how bad things really are is if I try this person and this one doesn't,
this person is always going to say
then I'm really having it bad.
Yeah. And I think if you sit down and look at it, that might be what this person, like you are the babe that if he's lonely or things aren't really working out, other babies irritating.
Yeah.
If he calls, she'll answer. She takes
door
me seriously.
This
door is always open.
So the question is, why hasn't she shut the door before? And like,
because she's convinced they are like star-crossed lovers.
And also, that's why she's asking, did she overreact?
From secondary school?
Or should she have what?
Yes.
Like, her question is not, what
from
should she do?
School.
Yeah, her question is, did I overreact by walking away? Because she's still thinking that this might be the one.
Girl.
It's not.
It's not.
I think
It's
that
not.
just
In fact, I don't even know if it's the 2 or 3. It's definitely not the one.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, like, you're not looking a lot. You've built a castle of this man in your mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're actually, what it is very simple. You're not looking at the reality of the situation. And this thing happens all the time, my dear. So don't worry. It's not
you.
Yeah. Who you are in love with is an idea of a person.
Yeah.
That like you guys have this, love that is
Special
never
connection,
ending.
yeah.
Like no matter what, you always connect. And so you're always thinking, oh, should you let it go this time in my work? This is a clown. Okay?
Absolutely.
When you look at the facts, he always comes back to you and then he never does what he says he's going to do.
And this is what people pray against too.
Yeah, I told you.
No, I swear.
No, she's not joking.
No.
This is
Like, I'm not even joking. This is what people delay. Delay.
You can tell Funmbi is a church sister. She said
delay. I was trying to piss. I was like, how many years are we talking about like this? You would have married by now. You would have met. And he keeps coming back to block.
That has risen like 4 times.
You need to disconnect the soul tie.
Yeah. No, she's not lying.
No, but genuinely, like, I think you're overly invested in the emotion. I'm looking straight at the camera. But I think somewhere like you really built this castle and the material for the castle, the person that is inside the castle, there's only you. And yeah, you have to let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
It's very difficult when like you've built an idea up and like you look at the reality and you just realize, wow, everything here is made up.
Yeah.
There's actually nothing. When you just see the person at face value,
back,
you start feeling shy.
But also, I'll say this to the babe as well, so that she doesn't feel complete, is that the guy could have been cool in med school, but that was a long time ago.
Exactly. And you're still holding on to that. Now he's a loser.
That person has left the scene.
He's clearly a loser. Yeah. Also, I feel a bit insulted because you're like, he's been a serious relationship. Them two, they don't want him. No, please.
No, but I also think I think prayer. I'm not even joking.
No, she's not lying. She's not lying. Because there's a deep attachment.
Yes, med school is not 3 years,
like 7
guys.
years.
Like, are you joking?
And then this one, you said 3 years.
And then
2 years. 2 years.
So we're talking like a decade of this person
imagine
hovering in your life.
Praying. You're hearing that there's one
then
boy.
Then you again.
One Temitope again.
No, I suggest prayer.
Have you ever mentioned somebody to an older auntie and she says again?
And they roll their eyes like, honestly, are we still here?
Nah, your aunties are the worst. You think you're finding a source of solace. Say that one again.
They start asking, is it that nobody else likes you?
Do you know what? She needs to talk with Auntie Araba. FQ Auntie.
Wow, really?
Oh. No, it's like some of my friends, we were talking about something the other day and one of my friends was just like, so she was now reminding me that, do you remember that she met one guy, she hadn't even finished describing him. And my auntie was just like, just like, auntie, what do you think? She said, She said, I could say, but you know, I get that. You are not in any relationship. My friend was now like, listen to the window that she had now been pondering. Come to find out, she was actually the second relationship that he had. And my auntie was like, okay, but all of us sat down and I told you people that this girl is not in a relationship. Like everything she's saying, what it has told me is that she's not in a relationship with anybody. Yeah. Especially this guy.
That's crazy.
So sometimes you just need someone that will tell you for free that
you need the truth.
What you're going through is not anything. But people get caught up in this thing a lot. I know people who have like even gotten married and they're still caught up about this one that got away situation. And I'm like, sis, we must free this thing.
Yeah.
Like this man keeps coming back to destroy your life.
Yeah.
At regular intervals.
Yeah.
Why is it that when he saw that he got engaged that he decided that, he made such a huge mistake? Why didn't he know last week?
That he made a mistake.
Thank you.
And life is
last week he didn't know he made such a huge mistake.
Life is so boring that like I know you're not doing anything good. Like you work in fintech. Like you're not like doing anything exciting.
Bro,
why did you call me?
Do you know what's irritating? You do digital marketing, okay?
So why did you call me?
So does everybody. Like what is it that it's never even anything interesting. Oh, you work in finance, okay?
Yeah.
There's nothing that exciting that you can't call me.
But do you guys also think, just to play a little bit of like advocates, I can't say devil, no. I don't advocate for the devil, please. No, but honestly, like just thinking about the other side as well. Do you also think that sometimes, you know the way life works where you don't realize some things until it stares at you smack in the face? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like
so
until you're just like
that she saw
that's witchcraft. For me, that's actually witchcraft.
No, because it's like pride. This our pride, right? Yeah. The shock of the reality of his heartbreak. He's like, I can't believe
when Price
this.
Is that babe again? No, he's going to write
an essay.
He's going to write again.
So I'm thinking that like it's possible that like sometimes because people are not as aware of themselves and they're not in tune, they realize some things. Wait now. It takes like external joltings, like electric force, electric shock.
But most normal people
realize
see
that,
those
oh
things
my God,
and like cry at home or drink because they're like,
and they don't come and beg. Okay, I understand.
Come out. They'll tell their friends that I saw this person getting married and it's still really paying me.
I understand.
You don't
okay.
try
to get with the person.
That's what I'm saying. Most people, this thing happens to, they're just like, Kai, I can't believe this person.
I also don't believe you. I don't believe you because if like I was that like
important,
if I love someone and I'm thinking about them a lot, what I'll do is I'll take a private L. So if I message him and tell me to piss off, it was just me he told.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell anybody. I don't have to say anything. I won't wait till he's getting married to now say, how could it? So much of love I have.
That's actually,
I agree. It's also manipulation.
That's really crazy.
Okay.
Because I'm like, you would have known. If you're really thinking about somebody all this time, not any day, you could have just,
and the stages before the engagement,
come on.
Like, did you
I have friends that have scattered relationships based on, sorry, I know you're with this person, but sorry, I still love you.
I actually just want to tell you that.
And the babe will be like, do you know what? Or the guy will be like, do you know what? Fair enough. And they try again. Not that you wait.
That's what I'm saying. Relationships have scattered. That is just like one of my friends saw his ex on a date. He said, he now called me. I said, and the thing about it is he knows this guy. He's in big trouble. If he's him, he will date him. He said, no, that he went to her. He said, he knows, compared to this guy, he doesn't even have anything to offer, but she should please. Based on the love, she should please. She should please. He was like, is this your first day? She's good. Don't go again.
That is crazy.
He was just like that. At that point, it wasn't even a pride thing that he was like, she should please. Because if she goes further in this direction, there's no hope for him. He said, these are the kind of people she wants to date. No. He was joking,
that
please.
Is wild.
He said, no, he was joking, please. Please. She came back. She went back home. She found it so funny. She was just like, just look at your life. Like she was just telling him that just look at your life. Because it was a stupid thing that broke them up. I know it was his fault.
Right.
He was forming, this one. He said, please, it's a joke.
I didn't mean it.
He called us. He said, you won't believe who this girl is with. He said, why? He told her, even if he does fraud, cannot have this money. So he was like, do you think she slept with him? I said, are you crazy? no, he looks like he'll be good in bed.
No, you know when you start tormenting yourself.
He was like, she accepted him. He went to her house, so he told her.
Oh, bless him.
He said,
so that's what I'm saying. Electric shock.
yeah, and I'm like, that's when you do it. Not if those guys have gotten engaged and he called us. I was like, don't dare call this girl. Like, what are you doing?
Life is not a movie.
Life is not a movie. This is if you want to say something, and sometimes you actually miss the moment, and that's it. That's fine.
So that's the thing, is waiting for the moment.
Yeah,
and the moment is not when the person is engaged.
You create it though.
Honestly, I'm like, you missed it and it's gone.
So the person but what if I didn't know? And then all of a sudden I just see that like
no. Then that means I didn't mean that much. You just miss me. You didn't mean it. You don't love me.
It's only that picture you saw that has that thing would have been on your mind. It would have been on your mind. So to me, things like that, I'm like, please, I hate rubbish, and I don't like when people try and ruin a good thing. I'm like, even if you don't believe that's who she should marry, you should have talked.
Yeah, I just want to encourage everyone, just in general, like all these. You're waiting for your moments. A lot of times, it's actually you creating it. It's not really, and this is not just about love or whatever. Sometimes with life in general, you create. You don't spend a lot of time like waiting. That's a very movie thing. That's an act
Hollywood,
3.
Hollywood.
Act 3. The moment has come. It's not true. You have to go out, take an L or a minor win that you thought was going to be major. But waiting for you wait till. You see her at the party, but I call her on Thursday.
I'm like, just call now.
Yeah. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe there are some people that, because these two cases, there are some people that need to hear that, like, number one, don't be villainic. Number two, what's this your girl's name again? B. She has to let go.
She has to free.
And then number three, don't wait for the moment.
Yeah, and anybody that is in this B situation where you and one person have been please free, it's actually not worth it.
It's so much headache.
Yeah.
And then not the love of your life, I promise you.
Yeah, it's a stronghold.
Like, it's just so much time.
Wasting it.
And then you're not so used to them that every time you're just like, okay, but you can go back to this one. It's irritating.
It really is wasting time.
So listen, you need to free it.
See,
and more times, let me tell you, more times than not, that stupid nigga will meet somebody 4 months he has proposed.
Yeah.
Very stupid boy.
I never felt like this before.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? No, sorry, you guys.
No. There's something I see people say. What do you mean you've never felt? What do you mean you've never felt like this? We were all there when you felt like that. We were there. Sometimes I just see things online. Nobody has ever. Sorry? I was at this girl's birthday. Oh my God. She made you feel like that. You said so. Like, why are you? What it was all the lying?
It's rebranding.
I was gonna say rebranding. I'm like, bro, all these years we were there. You felt like this.
I find human beings so fascinating. Maybe it's also
a lot of things really pain me, especially from afar. I'm like, I don't get. You've been going out especially for ages. All of a sudden, you're not posting. Honestly, it's just like a breath of fresh air. I said, so she's smelling. Like, what are you talking? Which air? Which fresh air are you having again?
People are wicked.
No, people are too wicked. People are too wicked. And you see it and you're just thinking, Kai! This other person is just there thinking, so me, I'm what? It's terrible.
Do you know, it's so funny. I can't remember who exactly was. We were having a conversation and he just suddenly said, that girl should marry before me. I just thought, he said no. That his ex, that there's one in particular that is actually a competition.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And the last time he was on a date, she saw him. He saw her. She did like this.
It's a lie.
Are you knocked? I said I should Toby won't get back together. He was like, no, that they just don't match, but they've told each other, they've said each other, she should tell him, I'm getting there. Be here, walking around looking for girls' numbers. I'm getting there. Don't worry, who's proposed? Just you be here, getting there. Look at you, asking your friend if she's single. She said, "Can you see?" And it makes me laugh so much. So they said that they have a reasonably good relationship, but it's so funny that whenever they see each other, they're like, how far now? Should we say our regrets? Here we are.
Honestly, I saw one of my exes from ages ago, one girl. I said, this baby's too good for you, my bro. So me, I know you. This cannot work. You're a fool. So I saw him again like months later. I said, how far you, babe? So I should get out. I was like, what? She was like, fake him, fuck you. Like, just, I said, what happened? So she left you happy. But me, I yarned you. She's too good. Once I saw him with that girl, I said, oh my God. This thing would too cast. Hey, you!
Wow.
They were just like, how the hell can you say that? I said, no.
Yeah, you have to play mind games.
I know you.
You must play mind games with them.
Oh,
but yeah, all right, guys. So your new film, My Father's Shadow, comes out in Nigerian cinemas when?
September 19th.
Yay, exciting.
Which is Friday. Oh my God.
It's Friday.
So you both run Fatherland, co-own Fatherland. How did you guys, well, I'm sure people have asked you before, but for the sake of our audience, how did you guys decide to work together?
You go.
So I was doing, I used to do like music videos and stuff for people, production. And actually there was a guy who was coming from LA that I'd met and he said he was coming to shoot something in Lagos. And I said, that time I think I was going to Ghana or something. So I said, I'm not available at the moment, but there's somebody. I met Funmbi initially through Lacking, her brother.
Yeah.
We did like a production together.
Yeah. And I was a fan. I was like, oh my God, STC. Oh my God, STC.
But she was cool on the day.
I was very level. I was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. But this, I was like,
So we did a production together, and then so when this guy now called me, I was like, yeah, I'm not available, but I know somebody who's actually really good. I'll connect you with. So I connected him, and they did the job. He said it went really well. So then the next year, the guy now messaged me that, hey, Wale, are you in Lagos? I should meet up for a drink. So I said, what are you doing in Lagos? He said, I'm coming for a job. I said, a job? But you didn't call me. He said, I thought you didn't do production again at all. I said, no, it was just that time specifically that I was not in town. Yeah. Like, he said, unfortunately, I've called Funmbi to do it already. And like, we've already gone far in the process. So, you know, I mean, I'd love to do it with you, but the only way is maybe if you call Funmbi and she's down to allow you, like, work with her on it. So I said, okay, no problem. So I called her and I was like, hey, Funmbi, just so you know, I spoke to this guy. And she was like, yeah, let's work on it together. Which I thought...
That's nice.
That's so nice.
Exactly.
I mean, good person.
I don't know if I was and I started laughing that.
No, but it's true because 100, like I would say like 90% of people I know. So even me calling her, I was broke.
I'll just be laughing that.
You were broke, so you had to be humble.
I was like, this job, because it's dollars. The guy's coming from LA. So I was like, this job, like, how far? And she was like, yeah, let's do it together.
Oh,
and
that's actually really kind.
Yeah, for real. And so that was one. And then the second thing is then working on the actual job itself.
Yeah.
Like where I used to do production, where I would struggle is I hate paperwork. I hate numbers, budgets, all those things. Like
you want to be a creative.
Yeah, I'm a creative.
Okay.
Like,
You can see your hand.
Yes, I do the same thing. No, I'm saying it because I do the same thing. My business partner did. Once he starts talking, I say, John, you know I'm a creative.
You know, so we worked on the job, like the budget, she did all the... And the thing is that it's not even... It's like, have you ever met somebody that enjoys doing budgets? Enjoys...
Yeah, an ops babe.
Yeah, she loves Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah, I really do.
Like, so then we did it together and I felt like we complemented each other well.
Yeah.
I mean, at that time, I really like going into the streets to produce, like speaking to the area boys.
Yeah.
You know, like I like that part of production. You know, and Lagos, like you're always going to meet those challenges.
Yeah.
So then I think like where we now saw that, okay, like we complement each other's strengths. Like she's great at the paperwork. And then the other thing as well, where I now decided that we need to work together fully was before when I would go somewhere, I used to be afraid to bill people.
As in charge them properly.
I'm serious.
I'm so surprised because also like you do music, I believe people all the time.
No, but even in music, like sometimes, like even when I got a new manager,
but I know where that comes from.
A few years ago, like she'd be like, "No, we're gonna ask for $30,000," and I'm like, "Really?" You know, because I would have been good with 5. You know? And so when we now go to meetings, Funmbi, I'll sit with her, like I'll say, you the money part, you talk, right? And then I'll say how much. She'll be like, 50 million naira. And so me, when on the table, I'll be lodging her like, and then the person will say, okay, yeah, we'll figure it out. And maybe it may be 30 or it may be like, it may be 40 or whatever. So I'll be like, damn, like I was doing this thing.
You know, pointed 10.
Yeah, I was undercutting myself the whole time.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, after that, actually, there was a particular meeting we went for that she asked them, and she didn't flinch. Like, she was like, yeah, 50 million naira. You know, and I was like, wow, we need to work together. We need to like partner with each other. But really, also, I'll just say I've worked with so many people in Nigeria in different kinds of partnerships, and I think that it's hard to find people that just you align with your principles, they're honest, they're, you know, and I think so. Once I found that, I was like, amazing, like like, you know.
Yeah, and to be honest, it's the same. Like, I mean, Wale would say he can't charge people, but I think it's also because, you know, like Wale is like really communal in the way that he approaches everything. So like he wants to do things with people together. So when you're thinking that way, sometimes you don't, the financial aspect of things is not at the forefront. You're more focused on that. I'm more focused on like, oh, is the energy right? Like, oh, the
vibe.
You know what I mean?
Is everybody happy? Are you
okay? Energy's
right,
but lights, but water, but food. Like, so it really is like a good balance of.
It's like if there's no money, would the energy be like?
The energy is sustained by money.
No, I actually 100%
literally,
get it.
so it was super complimentary, and it's really like finding good collaborators can be like finding a needle in a haystack. But I really recommend it like a lot. Like even with you guys as well. Like it's just when
we don't have any alliance.
Oh,
trust me, we don't have any. We don't have any. We don't have any alliance. You guys, please hear what she's saying now. Hear what she's saying now.
And yet they are matching. You don't have any energy.
We don't have any.
They came together. They came separately in the same kind of outfit, same colors.
Tell you why you guys are matching. Before you arrived, this is your net shoe, right? She asked Funmbi about the net shoe.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you guys are literally aligned. So as you not even came in with the net shoe, and I was like, okay, cool. Like,
no, but it is important. Figuring out collaboration. And here it's hard because we live in a hard country.
Yeah. Yes.
So a lot of times everyone is so busy looking out for themselves.
Yeah, silos.
Even with the collaboration, everybody's trying to guide each other.
There's still like distrust, and you're still gauging that, okay, let me do this, but still pull one side for myself. Like it's really weird to actually find where it's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. People are, I promise you, I said this thing to someone literally last week that we don't go to meetings together all the time.
Yeah.
And they were like, what do I mean? I was like, I don't understand this. Who can make it that can make it?
Yeah.
Whoever is there. And they were like, but what if she says something? And I was like what? Like, what will she say?
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, oh my God, why would you? Please.
Yeah.
But she wants us to suffer. And I just thought, why would I be working for someone for 8 years and you are telling me why should they do a meeting alone, or why should I?
No, it doesn't. I get it
from like experiences people have.
I do. I get it from experiences perspective, and I also know that like, you know, truthfully speaking, there's also a really big part of it that doesn't have to do with just both of us being good people. That just has to do with like the alignment of like the vision that is bringing you guys together. Like, so this thing that we've said that we believe is possible, we just align. We align in it. Then of course it's now further backed and sweeter because you have good character as well. So when he asked me that time, and this was like years ago, it didn't even occur to me to say no. Like it wasn't even at the forefront of my mind to say, or to try and like, no, I was just like, oh, of course. Like, are you joking? Just come and take the work, you know? So, and I think it speaks to, I think partnerships really work well here can only really work well here in Nigeria. I think when there's a lot of transparency, when like both people are just like clear on like, this is what I want. This is what matters to me. So let both of us come together to kind of protect that, you know? Yeah. And you allow each other shine. So I would not be overriding. He wrote My Father's Shadow with Wale Davies, who's our brother, and also who is his brother. Who is our brother? Hi, brother. But, you know, his biological brother, and also like a partner in Fatherland as well, you know? And oftentimes, like, people will ask us, like, oh, okay, like, or will ask me, like, what's it like working with two brothers? I'm like, I'm the sister that they didn't really have. Do you know what I mean? And it's because, like, when you have partners that you can be transparent with, I think it solves everything. It makes such a big difference. It really does.
I also think that like in Nigeria as well, what I've learned, right, because we don't have, what's that thing called, Yelp or something? You know when like you want to, that they'll give you 5 stars.
Yeah.
Like, because we don't have that.
If we
right,
had that.
it's trial and error.
Yeah,
Even in
it's really
partnerships. So there's so many people that like, you know, when I first moved back to Nigeria, this guy is my friend from back in the day. We went to school together. That guy that you went to school together will look you in your face and cheat you. So having gone through that many times, I think when you find somebody that, you know, it was a small thing, but like in most of the partnerships I actually have, it's the small things that led me to realize that I can work with these people. Like whether it's Muyiwa, Tem, like all of those things, just something small they did that I'll realize that, okay, like if they think like this.
Then on the big things.
Yeah, then on the big things we're good.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that like, you know, once you just see that, then you gravitate to those things. I think it's,
But My Father's Shadow isn't the first film. It's your first feature.
Yes,
it's
our first feature.
Your first film.
Yeah.
So you did Lizard a few years ago. Was it during or pre-pandemic?
Just before.
Just before the world closed,
and that was a short story.
Yeah.
Who wrote that one?
So that one was more. So what's actually funny is that like me, I didn't even know. I didn't used to call myself a writer. Like I didn't like. So
but that's so funny to me because if you listen to, and I said this like recently, if you listen to Wale's like lyrics from SDC, now story,
everything, like literally everything. You guys love 3 bits. Like they always have like intro,
it's a world,
middle, and every time,
and then we end it. You know what I mean? Like you've been writing.
But I also think is that like, you know, like I think because of the way I was brought up, I always think like, okay, if you want to be a lawyer, you practice to be a lawyer.
You can't just call it yourself.
Exactly. So even for the longest time, like in artist manager, I didn't see myself as a manager. I just I manage my friend who sings. You know, so even when people would be like, who is the manager? Blah, Muyiwa is the, you know, like, you know, like, but after a while, I grew into it. Okay, like I do this as well. And I think we write
such a humble guy.
It's not.
No, he doesn't want to get in trouble, please.
in writing, like I wrote My Father's Shadow. That was the first thing I ever wrote.
Okay.
So I just wrote a short film. And I was like, let me send this to my brother because the director. Let me see what he thinks.
Yeah.
And it was like, I read the script, I cried. It was so deep. So like, will you write Lizard for me? You know, because he had this idea for Lizard.
This came before that.
Yeah, so this came before. This was like the first thing I'd ever like tried. So I mean, I wrote a show for Ebony Life a long time in a different life. But yeah, but this one, I can't believe I haven't said that. No, because my name is not, I don't think my name is attached to it. I wrote it for somebody who said he was a writer.
Okay.
Oh my God, wait, what?
Jala, your laugh is loud.
I can't believe that you did not want to claim the work enough that somebody else, and that person is working
No, they paid him
around.
for it now.
No, I got paid for it.
No, of course. I'm just saying, but that person is walking around as a writer.
Yeah. No, but I don't even think that person is proud of the work too.
Do you know what? It happens.
It happens.
I heard that as well.
It was a hustle. Somebody told me at the time. No, it's true. At the time.
Sometimes you do
Imagine being broke.
Yeah.
Again, because
Then they ask you to write a show.
And somebody says, for every episode, I'll give you 200K, right? And I need 20 episodes. So me, I was like,
just try writing things.
I was writing. And the thing is that like, I would write it and I'll send it and I'll wait. Like, cause me, I felt I wrote rubbish. And then the guy was like, this is great. I'm like, cool, let me do the next one. So I was just like, if I need like 400K that week, I'll write 2 episodes real quick and send this. Yeah, like, so, but what was good was that was the first place I ever used like final drafts. It was the first place I ever learned how to like structure, like writing. So when it now came to like, actually, okay, that one I know was bad, but let me write this for myself and let me see how my own thing would come across. And so I wrote this first. And then based on that, my brother was like, okay, he has this story for Lizard. So both of us, I write, but we write together in a sense. Like I'll go, he's like my Instagram police. Like today you're not allowed to use Instagram. There's no Facebook, no calls. You have to write.
Is he younger?
He's younger, yeah. So we'll go somewhere like and just go and write for a while or whatever. And then when I write something, I read it to him. We bounce the ideas. We talk about this. So yeah, we did Lizard first. It was during the pandemic. And then it was strange because again, it's like you're testing things.
Yeah.
So when you test something and then that one, they were like, oh, the film got accepted into Sundance. I was like, really? Okay, cool. Then he won.
Yeah.
But it was pandemic, so it's like on a screen.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just kind of like, okay, like it feels real, but it doesn't really feel real.
Yeah.
You know, and then, but it gave everybody the confidence to say, okay, these guys can do a feature film next, and then we can support it, you know.
Yeah.
That's really cool. What's it like working with your brother? Because
let's just say neither of us can do such.
Yeah.
So you know what's so interesting? You know how Wale said, you know, we met on my brother's set, so lacking. So I used to manage my brother as well at some point. Yeah, so if you ever wanted to take pictures at some point, it was me you were talking to. You know, and it's interesting because I don't know what it is, but I think working with siblings, it can either go really well or like really bad. But we've both been lucky. It's gone really well, you know, and I don't know why.
No, but it's not without its challenges.
Yeah, of course.
I think for me, I think the first thing is obviously like I'm the older brother.
Yeah.
So
come on now,
in the hierarchy of like film, the director is
the organ.
Is the organ, you understand? So and then also then I'm the writer. So then it's also then like, what are the things you've written? Because what you write, not all of it is going to make it, right? So what are the things you've written that you now have to like almost like free?
Yeah.
Like, but then you want it to be there. But then also is your brother.
Do you ever get the urge to be like, listen, I'm older than you. I'll come older than you. And this thing must make it.
No, but whenever I get that urge, I call Funmbi.
Literally.
Like I'll call Funmbi, I'll be like, yo, so I just need to check if it's me, there's something wrong with me, or like, am I being, you know, but I think, to be honest, it's been great. It's been great working together. Like, it's been great learning as well. Like, again, I'm just saying this in all honesty, like taking instructions from your younger brother is also humbling in a different kind of way. So I've also learned that. But I think where it works is because I actually think that he's very, very gifted at what he does.
Yeah.
So I can so I can allow, like,
you can respect it.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can't try it.
No, you know, the funny thing is, I think I could work with Bolu the middle. Is that
Jury will not answer you for shit.
Jury,
you'll be telling Jury and he'll be like, okay, let's leave it.
Yeah.
You're talking too much.
You even talk. I'll just realize that, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Jury will just be like, okay, cool, you can do whatever you like. I'm not involved. But my middle brother is really good with, I don't want to say manage, but he's very good at, if you tell Bolu you want to do something, that's a big mistake because my brother will be on you. So even if it's just like a casual thing, he'll be on you till he gets done. If I tell my brother, I need to finish this script in a week, I shit you not, twice a day he calls me. He's like, so how far that thing? He'll act like we're just saying, just say, hey, so how far that thing? Like, did you get any pages done today? And he'll just keep.
Oh, that's great.
He'll just keep at it.
That's good.
What does he do for work?
Same thing.
If me and G Abudu work together as police, that was no, we can't. Oh, no, we can't. Nobody even has any skill set. When I put it to you that we can't. Yesterday, we're trying to navigate the buying of tokens. You should have seen it was like 2 hours.
For NEPA.
Yes, because of the negotiations of who bought last. So based on this experience, I'm going to go ahead and say, actually, we can't.
I wanted to ask about the story because even though we've abandoned them, we actually have a film club.
True.
We sure do.
We did. We
Really? Why did you abandon it?
Look at who you're talking about.
We don't have anybody asking us anything.
Yeah, also we got really busy. So we started and then the tour and then we've been traveling.
The tour.
Come on. And then we've been traveling. But I wanted to ask a bit about, so give us like byline. Like what's the story about so we can discuss as much as we can without getting into the nitty-gritty.
So I think it's just really exploring like the concept of fatherhood, also exploring the concept of grief and children. And I think like me, like my dad passed when we were like 5. So I think in some way, I feel like a lot of like my own life's journey has been trying to, like, I don't really know what that is like to have a father figure. So trying to like find that or search for that or unpack that or whatever. I was like, I'll go to like my friends' houses and like whenever their dad speaks to me, I'll be so happy. And their dad will tell you like the most toxic things, but then you now take it like, yeah, a man told me this, so I'm gonna hold on to this. But I think like, yeah, so in this is just kind of exploring, like if so in the film it's like two boys who get to spend a day with their dad and learn a lot about their dad.
Yeah.
But it's also then this idea that in Nigeria, Africa, maybe developing countries as well, that like the role of the father is primarily as the provider.
Yeah.
Right? So like we work and we provide. So if even me now as a father is like, well, I'm providing, so
you're doing the daddy.
I'm doing the thing. So why can you expect
like
more?
That's the main thing.
That's the main thing I'm meant to do. I'm providing.
Yeah.
And I think that like, but I feel it's a dialogue because in Europe and America, you're kind of providing, but you can still find time. There's still things you can do around here. I feel like if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't live.
Yeah.
Especially if like, I remember once I was saying to Funmbi, like one of the actual inspirations for the film was one day my security guard came and he was like, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. So I said, come upstairs. So he came upstairs and this guy was crying. And I said, why are you crying? And the guy said, his wife is cheating on him. I said, your wife? He said, yes, my wife is in Abeokuta. She's cheating on me. I said, how do you know? He said, because I earn at that time, it was like maybe he gets paid like 40K a month. And he said that out of the 40K, he sends 36 home. So their plan is that when he calls her, if he flashes her, she has to call him back.
Yeah.
But every time he's flashing her in the last week, she's always on another call. And the last time that this happened, they found out she was cheating on him. So like, she doesn't have anybody she's meant to talk to. Who is she talking to? She doesn't call me back or whatever. But for me, what was crazy in that whole story was the fact that you earn 40K and you're sending 36K.
Yeah.
So then you live on 4K.
Yeah.
Like first of all, I even had to increase his salary.
Because they're just like, all these things are wild.
Yeah, and then the next week he was like, actually, can he go home? Which is what he came to come and ask me. I was like, yeah, go home. So the next week he came back and he was like, he wants to bring his kids. Like, can they just come and stay for a week? And he brought them for a week. I didn't even know he had kids. Like, if I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't even know he had kids. He had 2 boys. And like in that 1 week, right, I just noticed that this guy was the happy. Me, I just thought he was one grumpy guy.
Yeah.
Like he never really spoke out. Yeah, Phil don't finish. Like, but this period, the guy was happy. Like he came, he brought his boys, these are his boys, he was like super happy. His wife was there as well. And then by the end of the week, he asked me if they could stay in Lagos. So me, I was like, that small BQ you have, that like, are you going to stay there, you and 2 kids and your wife?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, Oga, like, to be honest, this BQ is better than where we actually live in Abeokuta.
Wow.
And I was like, that's crazy. Like for me, again, that's crazy.
So just like eye-opening.
Yeah, it's like such a so for me, then I thought about, okay, so this guy has worked with me for like 2 years now. He's maybe gone home maybe like 3 times in that 2 years. He's never really come to ask me. Maybe he tell me this week he needs to go to Abeokuta, this or that. But he's never really come to ask me. So in his mind, he's been providing from his salary for his kids. But actually, he hasn't been there.
Yeah.
Like physically, like his presence is not there. So he's like just weighing up this question of like presence versus provision.
Yeah.
What is the because it's always a push and pull.
Yeah.
100%.
So it's just exploring some of that. For me as well, obviously, because of my work, I travel a lot constantly. So a lot of times I'm not at home. But in my mind, it's like, well, this travel is what is funding
our lives.
the home and our lives and the lifestyle and all of that. So it's still a battle. So and I think this film is just kind of exploring that, kind of trying to like tear down this idea that our only job is as providers. And like we should maybe start looking, at
Other
the effects of like
understanding.
And I think when you put that against, because one of the backdrop of the film is like the June 12 annulment. So when you put that against that time where the country was also, in essence, at the cusp of maturing into real fatherhood, if we're to say it like that, and then that reality was like snatched
from
literally from us. It felt like a rug was pulled under our feet. And I think also just realizing that the specific narrative of like the relationship between the father and his 2 sons cannot be taken out of the world that they are in, the country that they were from, and the political landscape that was happening at that time, because it disrupted, but also brought them closer together. So
that's really cool. That's really interesting as well, because I feel very strongly along those lines. You can't separate the way we think of family
from the context,
like our culture.
Absolutely.
So, there are things like if your culture is very, so I think all of us are Yoruba. If your culture is very, very respect driven, which is what we are, there is a level of relationship that's very difficult to attain because your parents are up there and you are here. And so there's a sort of community or relationship or friendship that's almost impossible to attain just because of that. And then you see a different context and you realize it's possible to know your child or know your parents in a different way. Or even things like, I remember one time my dad said something and I was much younger and I can't remember, it wasn't a back and forth, but he almost implied you should know better. And I said, from where? There was this thing of,
who taught
there's this idea that you only learn from absorption. And there's some things you have to say. You don't just assume that, children, there's a whole children learn by watching. But there's some things you actually have to communicate and you have to say.
Absolutely.
And I think it's just really interesting to hear that part of what you're exploring is figuring out what does it mean to be a dad? Because a Nigerian dad will tell you if he's not paying for things, that's not a father.
Especially this thing that you said about people going home. I'm always asking my staff that have you not been here too long? Not in terms of an employment, but your off days, I don't understand why you don't want to go. And a lot of times they're like, whatever. I've sent the money. And
so
I'm just
I've done my bit,
I think you need to go home. And so it becomes a bit somehow because they're like, is it that you want to sack me? I'm like, no, but it's been 3 months, my bro.
100%.
How far? I'm aware you have children. So how far? Your wife, you don't.
100%.
A lot. I'm always telling people that is it not crazy that people are going for 3 month stretches and not going to their house. And even when you say, I might need to maybe you to stay there. Oh, don't worry, I won't go. And I'm like, no, that's not what I mean. You can go the day after. And they're just, it's fine. And I keep thinking, what's going on? And the other thing is when you move families who maybe live in Lagos or somewhere in Nigeria and you put them in a different context and the dynamic starts to shift. I find it so interesting. The stories people will say, especially people who maybe moved to England or America, when we were 12 or 13 or something. And then the family dynamic change where it's no, your daddy has to do the school run as well. Because your mom has a night shift. And they just start realizing that, this is not how they do things.
I don't know these people.
I don't know these people at all.
Even at that, so it's even funny when I had to go and stay in England for a while. And it really stressed me out because I'm even as a Nigerian man, let me put it like that. The idea of but I'm paying for everything. So why are you stressing me about throwing out the garbage? Do you know that? I just
in Lagos, I don't see the garbage.
So we should come and live in Nigeria where that's not my, that's not my,
reality.
But it's also that, I know, especially recently, I have a lot of friends who, they would move their family to Canada, but they're still working here. And again, it's two things. One, I don't even think that Nigerians on the whole are cut out for long distance relationships.
Please, this is my ministry. This is my ministry. I also more don't believe in the man remaining in.
I really don't believe in that
I really don't believe in it either way. But you see that particular dynamic. No.
But now let's say, for example, the guy has a great job. Right? And the decision has been made that the children have to go to school in this place. Maybe we can get papers, whatever the situation would be. I feel at that point, they're sacrificing the actual marriage part of it.
Yeah. My friend had a whole thing where he realized he was irritating his family. So whenever he would go to England, they had a way they do their things. And it was just this thing of,
you've come
now. Daddy's around. No worry, when he goes, we'll go back to normal. And he was so hurt. The kids would do,
absolutely.
The kids would want to do something. And he would say, oh yeah, it's fine. And they'll be like, no, don't worry, ask mommy. You'll be like, yo.
Because it's really, because provision over present, and it can be really difficult because like, again, we know Nigeria, like it's not easy.
We also know Nigerians.
Do you
Let's not
understand?
pretend.
We also
Honestly,
know-
if your presence is too much and you're not providing,
Yes.
you're asking that. Can't you be busy? Can't you be? Like you hear all the time
baby go to
people
feed
say
their
that I hate he's not
Do
busy.
you get what I mean?
Why you
I
always
actually agree
free?
with that. Like
No,
I
I
do
can't
like
I can't
do
say
now.
man that
Like, let
I'm
me
like you're
call, miss
always
my
free.
call.
You don't ever have. There's no
Call
time
me back
that
after
you've
2
ever
hours
been
and be like,
busy.
babe, I was in a meeting. Yes.
You never told me you're busy. You just are free.
It's so funny because for me, this is a fatherhood thing. My dad is a hardworking man, very busy, like up and doing.
Like please.
So I cannot. I'm so
like
sorry.
me myself,
I can't
I'm up and
respect
doing.
him.
So
Yeah.
I need you to just. Why are you free?
Absolutely. When I asked my
Why are
dad,
you
so
free?
I
It's
told
crazy.
my dad, I was asking, funny enough, the very first core memory I have of my dad crying was the annulment.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was 2. So I asked him recently, I was like, I have this memory where you came back home in this Bluebird and you had a big branch on the car. And of course, like daddy came home, so we all ran inside.
Yeah.
So we ran inside because he came inside and he turned on the TV and he cried. And I was asking him, like, is that true? He was like, yes. And you know the funny thing, the reason why he was even running home that quickly was because the annulment had been announced. Everything was like basically chaotic and in disarray. And the Bluebird belonged to my mom. And he had just bought it for her. So he didn't want anything to happen to the Bluebird. So he was running home so that he could quickly pack the Bluebird. And he said, you know, the biggest thing on his mind was he was 31 at the time. He had 3 children. I was the youngest at the time. And he was just thinking, how is he going to provide for them? Because he was a reporter. So he was like, how am I going to be able to go out and like
Take care of my
take care of my family and take. So growing up, I remember we used to sort of feel like, my dad does not care. He's not around. This man, what do you mean? But now, I'm not going to lie, like I understand. I really do. I have a lot of context and I have a lot of grace.
Yeah.
But I also wished in an ideal scenario that it didn't come at
the cost.
At the
A
cost.
high
Because the
expense,
cost,
yeah.
like, had it not really been for my mom, like holding down the fort,
It's important.
And it's like that a lot.
you know what I mean?
important.
It's like that a lot.
I'll be on OnlyFans now.
I had a different thing. So I was very immature, not immature, but I was very almost like the opposite. So my dad was very, 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 he did his best and it was obvious in that he really wanted to know his children.
Yeah.
And for a while, it was just me and him.
Yeah.
So we were very close. So for a long time, even into adulthood, maybe until a couple of years ago, if I'm being honest, I couldn't understand when people just like with their dads, like maybe there's not even friction, but I don't really like the guy. I don't understand the guy. I don't think he likes me. I was very naive for a long time because I just thought, no, you don't understand. Like, I'm sure if you guys just sit down and have one big conversation, one
you
day,
might understand.
I was so
Yeah.
naive
Yeah,
because
yeah.
me and my dad are really, really close. It took a long time for me to understand that, okay, they're like different.
Yeah.
It's not just one person isn't giving the other person grace. It's like a lifetime of small and big things that have added up. So in general, I know everybody talks about, mother, sweet mother. You know, I love my mother, but it's really nice to me to hear more complex discussions or understandings about fatherhood and what it means as well. Because here people talk about your dad. Your father, respect your father, he's your father. But there isn't a lot of talk about actual.
It's always funny. I always say that, like, when I'm the funniest thing will be, and every year people talk about it, Mother's Day essays.
My pastor will be so happy.
1 million pictures, Mother's Day. Like, even the planning of Mother's Day, you know that you need to do something because, like, Add man has really tried. But, like, Father's Day, I'm like, do we have a card? Have you bought a card?
Yes, socks.
Yes, cufflinks. And to be honest, I'm so sorry, but this is the reality.
Yeah.
of
But
the
do you know what?
situation.
There was one, and I'm going to share, my siblings will laugh at me, but there was one, I think it was like as recent as like 2 years ago, one Father's Day, we all forgot. Like me, I have 3 siblings, so I have 4 in total, and we're all adults. Nobody remembered. My father sent a message in the group saying, it's so shocking to know that other people will call me on Father's Day. and my children did not. I say,
I can't lie, that's happened to me before. But no, because I remember that day, and I was kind of like, oh, sir. I don't know what to say, but like.
But you know what? I was kind of happy. I was happy because I was like, okay, so you can feel and you can communicate.
Yeah.
I like it. So now we are real. So I then said, oh, I'm so sorry this made you feel like this. I will call you. And I called him after that. Actually, no, I don't think I did. My brother did. But the point is, like, I was just happy that he could express that feeling of sadness at the fact that, like, we didn't call him on Father's Day.
It's a bit like, oh, so you people care about this. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But I think it's also like,
come on, Father.
I think it's also this idea that I think, like, with my mom now, for example, like, I really go to my mom, and I realized that, you know, in this present day, we have a lot of tools to unpack all the different things we're thinking about, all the feelings and the emotions. I feel sometimes like we overdo it, to be honest. But
it's a bit much.
Yeah, but I feel like whether it is listening to podcasts, whether it is therapy, whether it is like you have different.
What I said.
You
even have the language for it.
Yeah,
I even recognize it.
Exactly, and I feel like in their generation, like with my mom, sometimes I think, damn, I wish you had the gift of like having somebody to talk to about things you've experienced and you've been through. You know, like not like obviously your friends, right? You can talk to your friends and you can share with your friends, but somebody to help you understand like, oh, the reason why you feel like this is actually quite normal because you've been through this.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, like, so it's not even a crazy thing.
Yeah.
So where she will feel, oh, I feel disappointed with these choices I've made, or I feel regrets, right? Like in real life, like it's just a byproduct of your experiences. You understand? And so I kind of feel that we have an opportunity through storytelling, film, different things, because I feel like a lot of people, men especially, are still using old iOS that their parents and family
not upgraded.
No, it's true. Like their parents or their family have given them.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I kind of feel, you know, whenever I speak to guys, for example, there's this idea that
just look at the camera.
No, I don't. I'm actually looking down here.
So I don't know. Because I saw that. You relate.
Why are you looking
down? Some of my
down?
guys now like, damn, you're casting all no. But the thing is that like, even the concept of like, not to go deep, but even the concept of like marriage in Nigeria specifically, I find you can't disassociate it, like you said, from the context of where you live.
Yeah.
So when you speak to a lot of guys, they'll tell you, this babe I want to marry. Why? Because she's a nice girl. She's a good girl. She's the type of girl that can raise my
why say that good
family
girl?
and
That
my
good girl is
children.
biggest insult.
Then, you ask them later when they have multiple situations.
Bad girls.
Why? And it's like, I can't do this type of thing with the good girl.
I can't talk to her.
I can't talk to her. I can't. So the thing is that like, the first thing is that we're even doing in relationships is that like, it's not you. It's not the real you.
Yeah.
Like you've literally set it up so that you're a shell of yourself inside your house.
Yeah.
And it's only outside they know you.
Exactly. But you don't question why.
Yeah.
Because there's another world. There's another way.
It's why?
Like, but I think it's just the iOS has not been updated. So we don't actually know the reason.
I agree. 100%.
It's why a lot of children like when their parents' friends visit because they see their parents.
Like as real way.
So your parents
like you start hearing things and
you start hearing nicknames and you start seeing your parents being playful. Like you can play.
That's why I was so happy that you sent that message. How you can feel sad?
Yeah. It's just so fun. I've been teasing my mom because at her birthday, one of her friends said that she has a nickname for everybody and she used to make fun of everybody. I said,
wow,
that's good. That's good. Yep. Even on this podcast, she was saying, you guys insult people too much. I say, you? I said, they've told us now. Like, oh, she was always causing a ruckus at school. I said, wow. All I used to hear is that you used to get, you're always first. Why didn't you say that one? So now I'm like, see, now we've all leveled. We're all people, just cool down.
Yeah.
But I think it's so interesting because in a way, I do feel like, well, amongst the guys I know, their fatherhood iOS is upgrading, but it has not reached marriage.
Yeah.
No.
It's one by one.
It has not reached. So it has not hit marriage. But like, I feel like they're trying as fathers, but you see that husband, no, they've not gotten it.
Yes. But it's also just like an understanding of. So that's what I just enjoy the idea of complex storytelling.
Yeah.
So people will leave thinking about
things,
multiple things
without an answer. Like, it's not even like you take the answer from it. You take what you want from it as the answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of times, for me, to be honest with you, I feel even in film, right? Like, and it's something that my brother speak about. I'm interested in like bringing up discussions. Like I probably will never do a podcast, like host a podcast.
You sure about that?
But
You could.
but I want to like trigger like
Things, yeah.
So why I said like, because I think there is something to write about relationships, but in a very real way.
Yeah.
Because everything I find is like fluff.
Yeah.
And I don't see stories that like of a Nigeria that I actually recognize.
Well, no, but it's hard. Honest stories are very hard. Same way honest conversations are hard.
Yeah.
There's some things you watch or you hear or you read or you see that make you feel like you have a very visceral
Reaction,
discomfort
yeah.
because you don't, it's better to live in the reality you imagine. So it's better.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm a really hardworking parent. It's easier for me to just focus on the fact that I'm really hardworking than that every time I get home, my children are anxious because I'm hardworking, but that means I'm high stress.
Yeah.
So I get home and once I get in, the first thing is that there's nobody, everybody has disappeared.
Yeah.
Because
nobody wants to even
energy has
catch
changed
from you.
So I think all that, I'm always happier away from my children because I associate them with, mommy, I want this and they need, I want to go out with my friends and have a good time. And hopefully by the time I come back, the nanny has dealt with all their whatever, and I just have to shout, have you done your homework? Have you? And I can run to my room. But I think those things are so uncomfortable because it makes you feel or look bad.
Yeah. And also there's a sense that like a lot of the fluff is sweet to watch because it's like, well, this is not our real life.
It's escapism.
Imagine if they're putting your real life.
Yeah.
So I'm like in my house, I'm facing it on TV again. I'm dealing with these clowns.
No, you have to put it with like, so it's like when you're a child, right? And they want to give you medicine. You have to put it with Fanta.
Put it with small, you have to mix it up.
And that's actually the...
So are you giving us experts? Is that coming up?
That's what I'm about. Like,
what's that?
Because the way you're talking is like some things you're working on one or two.
Me, I write what is on my mind.
I think you should. And it'll be good coming from you because
of course
they won't be able to shout. If it was a woman, they'll start saying, but I'm so happy that you're the one that's like, let's actually break down the rubbish.
But I love
that's
it.
Going on.
Was it also like an emotional task for you writing?
Funny enough, the emotional task was not in writing. The emotional task has actually been in watching, which I did not expect. We just went to go and see, like whenever, I don't want to spoil the film, but like whenever I watch the film, at the end of the film, like I get emotional. And I'm like, why? Because I've watched this film, like I know when they were making it, I was there as well. I know this is an actor. I know this boy. But I feel like because it reflects a lot of things from, I guess, like my own childhood or my own like unprocessed feelings or emotions. It just like, for me, it just like, it's very visceral. It's actually very real. So actually in Toronto, it was really embarrassing because after the film we now have to do Q&A. And at the time, I was watching it, we watched the screen twice. So when we were watching the first one, the guy next to me is a director.
That's at Toronto Film Festival.
Yeah, Toronto Film Festival. The guy who was next to me is a director, UAX. And I see him crying. So I'm like, I cannot cry because this guy is like crying next to me. So I'm filming it, I'm holding it. So the first one, I didn't cry. The second one I now felt like emotions. My older brother came to watch the film as well for the first time. And so I could hear him crying and I could just like, I guess like that end scene kind of just transports me back to childhood in a way. So then I felt emotions coming. I was like, nope, I'm going to eat popcorn. I'm not going to watch the film. And I held it. And then we now got to the Q&A.
Oh no.
And they now passed me the mic.
And he cried.
And I now cry. And it's now people are now, and the most embarrassing thing is that after people now started clapping. And then at the end of this, people now came after the film like, I came to your Show Them Camp concert. So I was like, oh God, now like.
And there you were doing.
My rap fans, I'm now like,
oh dear.
But ultimately I feel like the good thing about it is there's been a lot of people who have also experienced similar.
Yeah.
Who like, and that's what I didn't really realize. Like, who come after the film. I was like, I remember when my dad and I did this, or my dad, and like, I didn't think of that part when I was writing it. I also didn't think like, because I feel like writing to me is more like it's like, I'm trying to put the coolest words in. I'm trying to like make the phrase, or tell the story or put some lines and that people, when they watch that line, they'll come back and say, so even the writers that have watched it were like, when you said this, but seeing it actually is very, it's been weird because every single time it's like, and I know what's coming. So it's actually weird.
That it hits home. Yeah. I think I'm really excited for people to watch it, like for like Nigerians in Nigeria to watch it. I'm excited for the conversations that will come from it. But I'm also really excited about how it's, because the film is like, it's the first Nigerian film to be officially selected at Cannes and to win.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that how do you, because obviously you've made this thing and then it has early big success. Like Cannes is not the small, it's not the small one. It's the big one. It's the big one. And that was like where if
unlike
people
us,
had
where you say Ladies Association of Podcasters.
We are always winning. We're always winning West African Podcast Association awards. I said, please, who is in charge of it? But Cannes not called. Okay. And so for me, it's like, especially when even people that might not have heard about it before, when you do that, everybody now knows that, okay, something is happening. How is that for like a project that you guys are just like, okay, this is feature that you're working on, and then it starts on such a high.
You want to go first?
Also the looks, my sis.
There you are, girl.
I wish your brother was here because I was going to tell him the looks.
The wears.
Oh, the wears. No.
Thank you. I think, to be honest, I think it's a really humbling feeling because we really didn't set out for Cannes, let alone to be like Nigeria's like best like official selection or whatever. It was very much a thing of like the production process was stressful. Very stressful.
That's where you come in. Wale I said, his writing, he was she's like, well, the production.
No, it was a lot of stress and like it was a lot of stretching for every single person. So to see and feel like on ground, we could feel the fact that like everybody was working on the same like energy level. Let me be creative. Everybody was working on the same energy level. So like everybody just wanted to do their best. And I think that's what ultimately plays out on screen. So the Cannes thing for me, I think just symbolizes the fact that like stories that are told in Nigeria, Nigerian stories authentically with the best people will always travel. Like that we are the first does not mean we are going to be the only. I don't even want us to be the only. You know what I mean? Like next year, I want another selection from Nigeria, And ultimately, that big thing, you've just got to stay super grounded. So you go back to the thing that was working, the thing that you were doing before, and you just keep doing that thing, literally. So safe to say that I've been working a lot. I don't have a life. That's why I can't go out on Friday.
But to echo that, like I think that in everything, touring, music, whatever, like making that film was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like there's a friend of mine, I'll shout her out, Faye Bello, who would like see me and just be like, Wale, like I've never seen you like this. Like you look drained, like you look tired. Is there anything I can do? Can I send you food?
That sounds like Faye.
Yeah.
Like every time she would see me, like it was even like months after, she's like, okay, you're starting to look like yourself.
It took me 2 months to kind of recover. Yeah. Like I didn't get back to.
That's why I was black.
Yeah, me too. Complexion changed.
You weren't being sunny, but someone showed you who it was.
And then but I think this, right? Like, and it's weird and it may sound like arrogant or whatever, but I feel like the people we have in Nigeria are some of the best that I've seen anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually one, having the resources and the support
Absolutely.
Time.
and the time, having
Yes.
the ability to say, and also this thing about filmmaking, which is also weird, is that like I buy a lot of books, I read a lot,
Mhm.
you know, and I buy a lot of books from like Nigerian authors,
I too.
and they
Yeah.
are some of the best in the world.
Yeah.
as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so I feel like, but because of how, I guess like the economics of it, nobody has ever put their pen in that way towards film.
Yes.
Like I can write a book and I get a publisher, and Nigerian authors are
Yeah.
hot at the moment, so we will get published, but nobody has put it towards film. So I actually hope, like, yes, the awards are great, but I hope
Yeah.
that what it does is that it tells people, well, actually, so if this kind of story is what is winning and doing well, so I can write my own story too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because every day in Nigeria, I see a film.
100%.
Yeah.
Like every day. I
100%.
went to the gym today and I just thought, I came outside and I was paying for like water or something. I looked at my driver and the guy was sat, because it was raining, was sat under somewhere with like other drivers that they've never met each other
Yes,
before.
ma'am.
But the way they are
They have to,
gisting,
yeah. And they're
It's like
used to it, and they're just like,
camaraderie,
and it's funny because you always see them living in the middle of the gist because
Yes.
somebody
Somebody
has
has-
just
somebody
quickly.
has-
But I promise you, I used to have a very chatty driver. The gist there,
yeah,
you guys can't believe it.
But that's
Who
a
is the
film.
best? Yeah.
that's a film. Because your driver knows everything about your life.
Yes.
He knows who a guy is seeing. He knows,
He knows
where he's
everything.
going.
Yeah.
He knows what he's worried about. He's
Yes.
overhearing conversations as
And
well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
also at that point as well, it's also this thing about like, I guess like fatherhood or whatever, but he's also more invested in you going to school than his own children.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's taking
Because he sees you every day.
He sees you every day. He drives you. Like,
Absolutely.
you understand?
He
So
knows
like,
that you are upset. What happened to you?
And he knows when you're in trouble.
Yes.
He knows before your mom comes back because you already started crying in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
So he knows that they're going to beat Shaggy.
Yeah.
my driver, I remember one driver, and if you're still around, the guy snitched on me, right? Because
Hey, wait.
Well, you were a difficult child.
no, I was. So basically, like in Corona at the time, if it's your birthday, you wear mufti,
Yeah.
right? And then you have to take like cake and parcel and all this thing. And I had done something wrong. So my punishment was that my mom said, you're going to wear the mufti, but you're not going with any
Any-
cake
Hey, wait.
or any parcel.
That was a rough one.
That's so embarrassing.
I said, I bet, cool. So in the car, I now change back
To
to
your
my
uniform.
uniform. So that's how it's crazy. So that's how like my mom just showed up at break time.
Hey, wait.
Driver snitched.
The driver has snitched on me. And I thought that was my guy. So he actually like caused a rupture between the two of us for like a very, very long. So wherever I am, Mr. Friday. Bro, you know, it's on side for real.
Oh, but I'm really excited about the film.
Yeah. I think so.
And congratulations. It's not an easy feat at all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you guys
We
for
should try
having
and
us.
get our people to come and watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think maybe we should try and organize a little.
September
A little
19th
time.
is the
September
release.
19th.
The one
You
we
guys-
can dance.
You guys should give away free tickets.
Yeah,
We should talk about that.
we should.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Fine.
We should
Yeah.
do
Yes.
that.
Yay!
There's nothing these people love more than
This, do you know what, you guys? This
Give
should
on to
revive
Pride.
your film club.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
actually will.
No,
We'll talk
and the
about
thing is,
it.
the
Revive
first
it with
one
my
we
father
did
shadow.
like an early showing.
Of,
So it was
Nora's
just
film.
yeah, and so no one. I mean, well, not no one.
We were
but
the first.
the public hadn't seen it, so that
Right.
was the first time, and I was like, this crowd.
Yeah.
I said that, my dear, if it's good, if it's not good, you will know.
No, honestly, that's
No,
what they
because
are.
the way
Yeah.
they were like into, because they knew that, listen, this is a close, this is not
Yeah.
a cinema festival,
Yeah.
we can say whatever we like.
Yeah.
So everybody that made film is here.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
for good or for bad,
Yeah.
you'll find that it was really amazing. So don't worry, guys.
Yeah, we'll do a
Yeah.
screening.
We'll watch
Yay.
this,
Watch party.
Very, very
100%.
exciting, but very well done. Thank you for
Honestly,
coming. We were very excited
all
when we
the
found out
best.
you wanted to come.
I was like,
Yes.
yes. Love that.
Yeah.
Yes, but
No,
this
super
has been
happy.
fantastic.
This has
Thank
been
you.
great. I think
Thank
people
you.
enjoy. Please, let's go cinema on Friday.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
also shout out like the cast, because it's a fully Nigerian cast as
Absolutely.
well. Yeah, and they're amazing. Like they're literally, there's so much like talent and amazing talent.
Social party wedding, and I didn't want to. It was his cousin's wedding,
Yeah.
but I just didn't want to be weird.
Oh,
You
really?
should have.
You
Funny
should
enough,
have,
yeah.
yeah.
Funny enough, He's actually, I don't say this because in our film, he's actually one of the nicest guys that I've ever met.
That's what his cousin said.
Yeah,
Legit. No.
It's even too much.
Like, no, he is.
It's too much.
He really is.
Like, he's
really
actually one of the nicest
the
guys.
sweetest.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
And our 2 boys, oh my God, I can't wait for you guys to see them.
I can't wait.
Actors interesting.
I find them so interesting because I'm like, yeah, in school. Like, this is so crazy.
But you know what's so funny? Because we street casted them. So we searched like all over Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
And we found them on like the last lap when we were like tired. What are we going to do? That was when we found them. And they are brothers as well. And so there were certain things that they just did naturally because they are brothers.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe someone is pushing this one's head or this one is looking at this one this way. And just the way that they emote. Anyways, I don't want to give too much away, but like superstars, honestly.
I'm very excited. You guys please not disgrace us. Now that we made so much money, you must go and watch the film.
Yeah.
When you see them, tell them that we sent you.
Exactly.
There.
Yep.
Anyway,
maybe we should do one of those like we are going to watch it on this day.
We should.
Yes.
What
and
a
the free
great time.
tickets as well.
Yes.
We'll speak to you guys
Please.
about that. It's true. I need free tickets with popcorn and drinks.
Yes. It's important.
You can get everything they've said. Hey.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Is there anything else you want to
share or announce?
Apart from the operations and
social media or do you want them to follow? Apart from your jobs.
Yes. No, you can follow We Are Fatherland. And then go and watch the film.
Please I didn't go and watch it.
Wale's going to dance on TikTok.
Wale will dance.
As We Are Fatherland, I'm going to start dancing.
Yes.
And if I dance, you must watch the film. That's what I'm saying.
All right, guys, you know what to do. Like and share and subscribe. Leave comments. Do all the things. Do all the important things.
Thank you so much.
Watch the film and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Carousel Network. Our producer is Debbie Romeo. Our social media manager is Najite Anira. Our cinematographer is Rotimi Kujore. Our assistant cinematographer is Divine Nabuko. Our production assistant is Theresa Ajayi. On audio, we have David Kenny. Our camera assistants are Mark Uko and Abolade Uluyede. And your hosts are Jalalua Jolzaye and Feikemi FK Abudu. The guests this week were Funmbi Ogunbanwo and Wale Davies of Fatherland. This episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by Chowdeck. And this season of this fabulous podcast is brought to you by Miss San by Bamboo.